bring up Sister Daa'iyah Farooq.
We'd like to continue further, and we'd like to bring up our keynote speaker. Dr. Daa'iyah Farooq, a recent retired teacher of 35 years, is known for her lifelong advocacy of family life with the focus of needs of children. She was born and reared in Houston, Texas, where she received her education. Along with her husband's support in rearing 6 children, she was able to pursue her education and receive a doctorate in counseling education in 1999 at Texas Southern University. Her studies centered around parenting, education, and its impact on the student academy achievement. She stated that her career in education was in direct alignment with her appetite in service humanity. In addition to being a middle school math teacher, a high school counselor, she taught children in special needs at MD Anderson Cancer Hospital, Harris County Psychiatric Residential Center, and homebound students in the Houston Independent School District. The last 9 years of her educational career was serving students with autism. Dr. Farooq and her husband, Imam Eugene Farooq, have been married for 48 years. And we're blessed to cultivate and nurture 6 children whom Allah has blessed to be positive, productive Muslims. She and her husband have been travelers in faith of Islam for 42 years. Together, they joined the Nation of Islam in 1972 and the transitional period under the leadership of our Imam Deen Mohammed in 1975. As a dedicated follower and worker in the Nation of Islam, Dr. Farooq filled the office of Sister Captain. She continues her service to our community at W.D. Muhammad Masjid in Houston as a mentor and lecturer. Her lectures often address topics on affecting parenting, special transformation, and language environment in the home, conducive to human excellence, and sharing the impact that Imam W.D. Muhammad has made on the African American people and their broader community. Imam and Dr. Farooq made Hajj in 2003 with a large delegation of Muslims representing the community of Imam W.D. Muhammad. Being an ongoing seeker of knowledge, in 2006, she and her younger daughter participated in the summer studies abroad at the International Islamic University in Malaysia. On 2 occasions, she and Imam Farooq traveled with members of the Fethullah Gulen movement into Istanbul, Turkey, to learn and experience the rich Islamic history. Brothers and sisters, let's bring to the stage, if you don't mind, with a wonderful round of applause, our sister and keynote speaker, Dr. Daa'iyah Farooq.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I greet you, my dear brothers and sisters, in a greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Now, I'm not only honored to be up here, I'm happy. I'm so grateful to Allah, because those of you who know the stages of development that we have gone through in this community, and did not know that we would get to be called doctor with 6 children. It's a blessing from Allah, and we don't take that lightly. I want to thank Allah for His guidance and support, and I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected enemy Satan, because we get up here and we think we educated. We got to seek Allah because we want to control the ego. We want to say what Allah inspires to say, because we have no time to waste each other's ear. We want useful knowledge, productive knowledge, and that's why we're here today to share that. I want to thank W.D. Mohammed II. He heard me talk in Oklahoma, and I was pumped up, wasn't it? Yes. And I was so glad to see this young man, because we love his father. You know, alhamdulillah, we love W.D. Muhammad. He has done so much for us. But I'm going to open with this surah, because what's this topic? Reviving the unity through our excellence, right? Okay. Legacy. What did I say? Excellent legacy. Okay. Alhamdulillah. I will begin. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim with Surah 3, ayat 102 and 103. It says, O you who have believed, fear Allah as He should be feared, and do not die except as Muslims in submission to Him. And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and He brought your hearts together, and you became by His favor brothers. And you were on the edge of a pit of the fire, and He saved you from it. Thus does Allah make clear to you His verses, that you may be guided. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has been reported to have said, the book of Allah is the rope of Allah, extended from the heavens to the earth. 2 important principles I will cite here from this verse, and that's taqwa, right, and unity. And taqwa being regardful of Allah. And then the unity is that it comes from the rope that we hold on to. You know, I'm about ready to start walking, but I'm going to try to be a little cool. But you know, oftentimes when we think of holding on the rope, a lot of us still think of the physical aspect of holding on the rope, and we think that this holding is in something outside of us, but really it's inside of us. It's from our heart. It's the affection from our heart. So we're talking about unity, right? So apparently, if we pick this topic, something is going wrong that's causing the unity to be shaky, right? So the only thing I can think of is that we have stopped adhering to the principles in the Quran as a community. Because in order for us to be raised up in unity, we all got to read the same book and have the same language. Am I correct? I'm doing, Imam Ahmed also coaches me too. Yes, he does. And I'm grateful to Allah for that series, because I'm not the one that knows the Arabic, but I'm hooked up with the ones that know it. And when I'll show Imam Kazim and Imam Wazir also, and see, we can't deny ourselves of doing what we can do. We have access to the best. And if what I'm doing is not the best, I'll go get the best to check me. And Kazim was reading my paper, and he's nice. He made me feel like I'm really writing some good stuff. But he read the English when it was a verse from the Quran, right? He did not read it in English. He read the English in Arabic. I said, this boy is heavy. Alhamdulillah. But that's what we have in our community. Cousin, do you have a doctorate degree? I don't think so. But heavy. He has the right knowledge. See, it's not about our PhDs. If we submit our soul to Allah and submit our soul to the Quran, it makes you think it's my PhD that has me heavy. No. It's the will of Allah. It's the will of Allah. Allah is so merciful. He shows you His power because He raised up in our midst those who did not even get the form of education from the institutions, right? Yes. That's so those of us who got these degrees won't get it twisted. Yes. So we have to respect our imams and our sisters who is learning the Quran in its original language. And those who know the Quran in the original language, you ain't nothing if you don't study the tafsir of W.D. Mohammed. Don't you get it twisted. Right? Yes. I'm going to follow my paper, Imam Qazi. Yes, we owe allegiance to Imam, don't we? You know we weren't saying anything until he taught us. I'm serious. We went to Turkey, right? And we stood around their heavyweights. And when we talk, we said, we don't look significant. We don't look like we got it going on. Boy, but wait, let us get to talk. Yes, they listen. It's like E.F. Hutton. Yes. Allah bless you with that spirit. Right? You the Negro. You the former slave. You went to 3 years of abject slavery. How did we come out of that? How are we standing up in this position today? And we have something to say, and we are dignified in front of people. Only Allah can do that. Right? Alhamdulillah. I'm sure